Here we go. Good morning. All right. Let's get back to the bench cleaning. She's looking at you. Hey, Ken. Good morning, Tom. What's going on, bro? I like the new edition. She's nice. Prettier, smarter, nicer things to say. Hey, Anthony. Good morning. What is going on? Okay, what the hell am I looking at? Slit for brush. Sounds like a personal problem. Paint pocket, solvent pocket. I think this is the ring. No fucking clue. Yeah. Manual pile. She's going to be sitting on the shelf. She hasn't experienced the world up there yet. No, she hasn't. It's good possibility she just might be sitting here, observing, keeping things honest. Going to level up a little bit. Wow, that's interesting. So many years ago, Juan did a little 3D print for me, a little Gundam statue. And what's interesting, just looking like all this stuff, looking at from what I've heard and seen, how much filament printers, because I believe this is filament, I could be wrong, have improved over the years. Just how much 3D printing has improved. It's unbelievable. Gonna have to find a little place for some of these figures. Yeah, because here's the one that Austin 3D printed for me a few months back. And just looking qualitatively, how much better that is it's shocking. Printing has improved by the print head size. Yeah, just gonna, hey, Nick. Good morning. Yeah, it's now smaller, so you have a bit less sanding. Yeah, well, ultimately, that's what you're trying to do. I always think back to calculus, the days of calculus. Calculus was creating like the understanding of the area under a curve, right? But you kind of created this ability to measure it by creating this simulations. Digital works the same way, right? How many little slices represent the analog waveform? And it's the same thing with this. The facets are getting smaller and smaller to the point where the shape of it looks almost like the original. Tom Ken? By the way, morning, Ken, Nick, Anthony. By the by. So, it's crazy stuff. Yeah. That's from, I'm going to guess, 5, maybe 6 years ago. And that's this year. Fascinating. Now, not still quite to the level of detail that you see on, say, something that's more cast. And even this is kind of rough, but it's impressive. Gotta find home for a little. Oh, look, more bread tabs. These may very well be my, yeah. What's this? Is this X-Acto, or what is this thing? Yeah, X-Acto. Probably my very, very first set of tweezers that I used in modeling back in the early 80s. Oops. Almost missed Anthony. Oops. Item. I left. I went to get a 3D printer now. Yeah. In other words, I was sorting runners and not paying attention to the chat. Fuck the chat. Anthony, you so fit into this group perfectly. Perfectly. My excuse is that Emma would like one. Oh, is that the excuse? Yeah. I don't know. This year might be the year. We'll see. It depends on one financially if we're there for it. You know, do I really? And more importantly, it's like how much investment do I want to do in learning how to do that? You know, I would continue to rather just say to somebody, "Hey, can you 3D print this? I'll pay you." Then I don't have to worry about the learning process or whatever. Oh, look, another level. Yeah, I got plenty of levels. I could bring one of these upstairs, actually. Just 3D print the 3D printer. We're getting there. Okay. Okay, well, erasers. Ooh, a shell. Shell Beach, anyone? Anybody name? Her shoes just falling off. Put those on there. Yeah, all right. And we have 3. Beam saber hilts. Boop. God, they almost look like, hey, Dwayne, Dark City, nailed it. So they did when 3D printing started. Yeah. Good morning. They're 3D printers. Great film. You only have to get the initial 30% of parts motor. And then the remaining are just 3D printed. Yeah. I managed to get both legs and frame built on a Solomon GP02 yesterday, but then I decided to panel line the runners. So I had a huge pile in front of me this morning. Nice. In cigarette store. Dart City, otherwise known as Dark City. Great film. Really enjoy that. The visuals of that film, the music in that film. You know. All right. We've got a lot of little containers now that have been kind of sussed, which I'm happy about. Spare parts. Yeah, put it in the right place. We are almost to where. Well, I have a General Electric pen, but okay. I'd rather see City of Lost Children. I haven't seen that film in forever. Genet film, if memory serves. Same guy who did the last of the first 4. Who did the 4th? Maybe that's a better way of putting it. The 4th Aliens film. Hey, Peter. City of the Living Dead. Is that even a movie? Okay. So we now have a bin of stuff I've got to sort through. We've got our princess. I just wanted her to stare you down. Lucio Fulci 83. Oh, yeah. I got to tell you, a lot of that 80s horror stuff, yeah, I don't know, especially the Italian stuff. Yeah, it doesn't really do it for me. Never, I don't know. For some reason, just never could get into it. Never. Okay, let's Seeing if getting her shoes on, just because I don't want shoes floating around. It's kind of my jam. I don't know, Peter. Your jam seems to be pretty broad. You might be, it might not, it'd be more than your jam. It might be your jelly and your peanut butter and a lot of other stuff. There might be more there than just jam. Just saying. Okay. She's going to sit there for a moment. Just kind of eyeing everybody. I need to put her into something that will allow her to stand. When the time comes and we need her hair, oh, we'll borrow some of that hair. Peter's jam is well spread. Exactly. Oh, well said. Currently ours is strawberry rhubarb. Nice. Okay, this is a good little tool to have. Just got to find a place to put a good little tool. I got so many fucking tweezers. I don't even know what to do with them. I like buying a lot of different tools. Like, let's say, like buying a variety of different files. And then over time, you figure out which ones you kind of gravitate towards, which ones you like. And the same thing with tweezers. I'm finding I've got a shit ton of tweezers. And there are a few that I use that are just kind of, yeah, this is the one I prefer for this and one I prefer for that. Thanks for the PatCon update yesterday. Was it good? Dwayne, was it, I'd love to hear back from people who actually checked out the site to see, hey, yeah, this is, it's well structured. Look, I'm not patting myself on the back. I just want to be able to get the information out in a clear and succinct way. Hopefully that will make that easier for people. I saw the Beyond at Coolidge Corner with Fabio Frizzi conducting the score live with 10-piece band at rock concert levels. No, okay, that's a different experience. Like actually, like live music being played with movies. I love that experience. We've done that with a couple of silent films over the years, but a more modern film with a rock band. Wow, that'd be cool. Oh man, I was sweating my tits off. Okay, so with that, I think we are going to find a place for at least one Tribble. As good a place as any. Right next to our little Harrow up there. One to make Gundam legs, one for Gundam head, one for the tank. That's like 50 tweezers. Categories page wasn't loading, but I'll check out today and text you. Yeah, please do. And thank you. I appreciate that. Also saw Goblin do the same for Suspiria. Really? The original Suspiria film? Having recently watched that, I mean, I think it was like, I don't know, end of last year, beginning of this year. I enjoyed, I think, I enjoyed the beginning of it. And as it progressed, it's like, it's just a bad film. Wolf Touch for Star Wars and Back to the Future every year. They just do the trilogy. No kidding. Really? I love movies that are really dreamy. Yeah. That's a good, I got to think about that one. Really dreamy movies. I got to think about which ones would come to mind for something like that. They certainly had that and I know what you mean, especially with Suspiria, that feel. All right. I think now we're going to get into a little bit of consolidation, trying to figure out where stuff goes. This, I'm pretty sure. Oh, fuck. Making messes. Really making messes. And she did a header. Oh, no. Oh, no. One of these days, we're going to go through these, and that's not going to be fun. That is not going to be fun. Dreamlike is a better way to describe. Yeah. No, I understand what you're getting at. I'm going to use another analogy. I like films. The 70s had this thing about, I guess it's the Playboy effect, smearing the lens of like with Vaseline in order to give it that kind of hazy look. I love films, 70s films especially. They did quite a few where they gave it sort of like a surreal look. The film had that gauzy look, and then depending on the subject matter, it gave it that dreamlike quality. I get to build all day today, guys. I am ridiculously jealous. Ridiculously jealous. Mad Science Productions. Imported by. It's imported by. Not for sale. Then how did I get it? I have no idea. Stand up, you minx. You got a crowd to stare down. Just right there. It's got to tip over again anyway. IKEA furniture? Oh, God. Okay. It's a little different, I guess. Whew. All right. Little succo tool. I got to figure out where to put this. Too hot for that. To build IKEA furniture or what? So one of our buddies from way back in the day, everybody remembers Tim. He gave me this little succo tool that allowed you to basically suck onto a part and hold onto it. Like I'm doing here with Misa Hayase. Not very well, but I guess if I licked the tip on this thing, don't go there, it would be fine. Yeah, too hot to breathe. Dude, I got to tell you. I know I keep saying I should bring a fan down here. Should bring a fan down here. Should bring a fan. Oh, God, I'm being stupid. Yeah. Handyvac. Virtual Industries USA. ESD safe. How special. This for Coppola was a gauzy, dreamy movie. You know, funny enough, never seen the film. Never been a big fan of Sofia Coppola. What does it need, Tim? More power. Exactly. But I should probably, but it is on my list of things to see, especially since Criterion, I think, re-released it. Heatwave is killing my productivity. Yeah, that thing sucks. It sucks bad. Or maybe it just sucks good. Okay, let's get some stuff done here. So now I'm going to start sorting through the stuff that's sitting here in this area. So the stuff that I need to kind of figure out. So I got all these little plastic baggies, which are good. I love having little baggies like this because I can, any epoxy that I don't need to use all of, I can just toss it in there, put it in the freezer, and repurpose it. And having this stuff near the bench is redonkulously convenient. Making people laugh. Given the crazy bullshit that's going on at work, and I'm not going to repeat it. Yesterday was actually an interesting but good work day. Our general manager's back from vacation, and you know, there's a lot of fear about what the future holds for all of us individually, but especially for her. We all had a good time sitting down and chatting, which is really, really helpful. So yesterday was actually a not bad day at work. Photo etch. I think I'm going to start consolidating. I got to come up with a way of consolidating all the photo etch stuff. I'm working on a base for the helicopter while I wait for a couple orders to arrive. Finishing supplies. Yeah. Peter, what did you order? What kind of finishing supplies are we talking about? And by the way, I don't know why I thought about it, but I think I was reading an article in an older IPMS journal last night, and um, there was a discussion of like a part, like a clear part that needed to be made or something like that, or found. He found the part, but it's like I'm thinking it's like you could vacuum form it, and then I'm thinking. Then I drifted to. By the way, Peter has made his own vacuum form machine that looks like it's like he bought offline, like a high quality commercial level vacuum form machine. I got to tell you, that thing looks really cool. I was thinking vacuum form machine would be kind of fun. Oh yeah, your Office Space experience. Yeah, it sounds like the place is getting sold for parts. You know, the I think the conclusion we all came to was we don't know what's happening. None of us. Is it being sold to the guy who originally wants to buy it? Is it being sold to this company? Is it being pieced out? No idea. And the owner, he's keeping us all kind of in the dark. Because that's the kind of douche he is. I don't think I need that. Thinner flow improver, canopy glue. Yeah, nice. Yeah, good stuff. Was that through Scale Hobbyist? Welcome to borrow the back form anytime. Yeah, Peter, I might take you up on that sometime. You know, I would actually encourage that. Might be something you may even want to bring if you like, and if it makes sense, bring to the show to kind of highlight the kind of stuff that you know, some of the tools of the trade. But I'll let you steer your ship. But I think at some point, stuff like that being shown to people to show the level of not just that you can take parts and make parts out of plastic and everything like that, but you can literally form plastic. It's pretty cool. I think the owner knows or cares after he's paid out. And this, Dwayne, and the stupid thing about it is he had every opportunity over the last decade. There was a guy who was our general manager before. He was ready to buy. The owner dicked around. This new guy comes in, our engineer. He comes in with the plan 7 years ago to buy the company. The same thing. He's been dicking around. He could have sold this thing easily over a year or two ago. He had an intent to sell, and he never followed through with it. He dicked around. So who knows? Honestly, we don't know. Scale Hobbies for the most part. Yeah, nice. It's going public and making you all shareholders. Yeah. Once again, you think you might want to talk to people? Tell us what's going on? Nah, I'm going to go disappear out in the field. Fucker. A la Willy Wonka. Yeah, it'd be nice. Again, we'll talk more about this at another time. But anyway, I appreciate all the feedback. Dragged his feet. Oh God, hard. I'm not talking about vacuum forming at all. I don't want anyone to feel like special equipment is needed. Okay, yeah, and fair enough. I think that's great. I am excited to report that at PatCon, Hank Gilbert, who runs the Sprues and Brews YouTube channel, will be appearing at. We'll be at the show again. We are going to be providing him with a booth, and he can talk about his podcast. His YouTube channel. He can meet and greet with people. He can do whatever he wants. Hopefully, spend some time talking up how awesome we are. Stuff like that. So he's going to be at PatCon this year. Very excited about that. Just got confirmation of that last night. Let's see. I use my canopy because it was 2 pieces for the Batwing. I'm sorry. I used TET. Did I miss something? What is TET? I still want to figure out the best hotel to stay at. It's not that far off the beaten path. And by the way, that area of Massachusetts is generally very beautiful. There's some farmland up in that area. So it's really nice to me. Extra thing. I got it. You and your little short use words, Instead of saying laughing out loud, why do we have to have lol? Tet offensive. That's what I'm thinking. It's like Tet. We back in Vietnam. Anyway, so you used Finsman for because it was 2 pieces, yeah. And how did it come out after you applied the thin cement? Zeno, just got my hands on the MG Justice, and I love it to bits. Nice. Massacre Justice kind of. I gotta tell you, Zeno, just a quick question. Ignorance here, because I'm a UC guy. What is the Justice from? Is that from Seed or Double O? Gonna try and get people together on Saturday. Yeah, I'll do a panhandling clinic if you need. Ken, we've saved you a spot. It's at the entry to the museum. Seed, yeah. There's a special waiting just for you. The Battle of Hue is insane. Seed. I've never seen Seed. I'm going to wait until Tom and Nina get up to that, and then I'll watch it at that point. I'll see this morning. It looks good so far. Hoping it doesn't just fall apart. Yeah, keep us posted on that. And then Dwayne, ping me, call me, text me, whatever. Let me know if you need help with finding, a place. What kind of place you're looking for. And are you going solo, or are you bringing up family, kids, what have you? Excuse me. That was good. Seed. The Battle of Hue. It is pronounced Hue, but Hui. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I get it. So now we're talking about another Vietnam thing. Got it. Thank you, Tom. Mold some effects parts from dyed hot glue for the beam boomerangs and beam cannons. Oh, that's kind of cool. From dyed hot glue. It's a nice idea. So, okay, Zeno, question. So you molded some parts. Did you actually create a mold and put the hot glue inside? Yeah, it's just me. Okay, cool. Can only if you dress like your brother. Where are thou? Nice. That'd be funny as hell. Tickets, please. Spare change. Good serve. Love it. Dyed hot glue. What a great idea. City in Vietnam, where one of the battles in the Tet Offensive. Yeah, it took place. Yeah. Yep. Rubber molds. Yeah, rubber molds. That's all it needs, I guess. Interesting. So how did you dye the hot glue? I mean, was it actually still very, very warm while it's in the mold, and then you just put in some of the whatever dye you use? I got to tell you, this is kind of fascinating, Zeno. Thank you for providing that information. That's pretty cool. How's my hair? Do not seek. Sure. Tianmen Fu. Oh my God, hot glue, poor man's resin. I know, but it's a great idea. I've never thought about using it in that regard. I mean, things like, I hate to put it this way, but I'm guessing you can even make, if you really wanted to, you can make antenna whips potentially. You can make what they call it, rivets, depending on scale. Sure. Maybe I'll sing the song too. Nice. They done loved him up and turned him into a horny toad. All right. I think we're going to bring that upstairs because I don't think we need that down here. At some point, I know I've got fishing line around here somewhere, but I don't think I need floss. I just don't see using floss for a lot of stuff right now, guys. Oh. I kind of like bluegrass music. You kind of like? I like bluegrass. All music is good music. Just some music is better. I was going to say something. Oh, I got plenty of time. All right. I think we're going to get these stickers out of here now. And we're now starting to get some. I got to make some decisions as to, okay, where am I putting these? Because I've been holding on to them now for like 5 minutes. That ain't going to continue to happen. Anybody else say about the Long Walk movie? Not really. I'm not that it's just like, I honestly don't even know what's coming out and when. What's the Long Walk movie? Honestly. Okay. It's a great idea until you encounter heat. Well, theoretically, you're not heating up your model afterward. Like, yeah. Honestly, I like to do close a rubber mold, then throw in fridge for a half hour to 45 minutes. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, make sure it's nice and solid after that. So, good plan. I love it. Naked Gun is looking fun. You made that rhyme. Then just let it rest for an hour or two. Curious, more than excited. First order of retrievability. First order. Okay. First order of retrievability. Oh, fuck. That's what I was looking for. Canopy. Put that over here. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Canopy done. Oh, man. I'm not kidding you. I am really sweating. Sorry, young man who have to walk 3 miles an hour. Last one standing wins. Oh, sounds like fun. And the reason that they have to walk 3 miles an hour, luckily, depending on thickness, will succumb to heat, starting around 80 degrees. Once again, that's possible in a place like my basement right now, but hot glue on back of your fingernail is not fun. Ooh, probably not. It was one of King's first stories, all psychological horror. It's a contest. Ah, got it. Okay, so it's based on a King novel. Got it. We were talking about this, right? Isn't that the first book he wrote after he graduated college? Okay. These we're going to find a home for. Paper clips. I like having paper clips around for whatever, poking, prodding, manipulating. Yuck. Wrote it in college, yep. Yeah, it's Richard Bachman. Plastic bags. Well, what do you know? You could put paper clips back here. Pin. Then you need to grab, should be in reach, group other tools close and together, very specialized, should move to its own isolation. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. So what I have in my bench right now are generally the tools that are the most used, right? The most important. Now, for fuck's sake, I got also this. Yeah, I'm definitely finding all sorts of fun shit. Cut up pieces of sponge. Cut up pieces of smaller sponge that I've used, and I put them into this little container that I made a few years back. Put that there too. Huh, that needs to get saved because that goes in with the Harpy. Can't have a show without mentioning the Harpy once, right, Tom? But yeah, absolutely, you're 100% right, Dwayne, about having accessibility. Cutting the basic cutting tools and the stuff that kind of needs instant access is right here, and then also here, some of the more advanced cutting tools, but they're still within very easy hand access. Bread tie caddy. Oh God, this is too small, dude. That bin is almost completely, well, maybe about half full with bread tabs. I'm jealous, Peter. I wish I had a card catalog. These magnetic bars for stuff I need and need to see. Yeah. I got an oil tank on the back here, which I could throw stuff on, which I have. You guys have seen the bench before, so I'm not going to revisit it too much. I've also got a couple of these little bad Larrys, which I believe are for one of the set screws for the one of the stands that I have. Yes. It's speaker wire, tinned speaker wire. What the fuck am I going to do with tinned speaker? And it's shitty lamp cord. I mean, that would be more than a lifetime supply to do just about anything. Figure out what to do with that. See, I'm still trying to. So when I'm thinking about like tools and stuff like that, part of it is like, okay, so if I were to use this in scale modeling, like if I were to use any kind of stranded wire here, right? How good would that be? Is it something that I'd be using enough? And do I need all of this? And the answer, I think, in terms of like the amount here, no, probably never. Is it beneficial? If not, get rid of it. If it's not something I'm going to be planning on using, maybe I'll use it once, twice in a model. Get rid of it. Find wire at a later point if you need it. Marie Kondo that fucking cord. Let's see what's to the back. I assume you keep everything to the side or on the desk itself. Yeah, I'll show you guys at some point. I'll do a I'll turn the laptop around again and you guys can see what's going on here. I should pull out the card catalog and bring closer to the bench. Evergreen, for instance. Oh yeah, Evergreen, man. Yeah, I got to tell you, the best thing I ever did. This arrangement for Evergreen has been the best. How do you keep a lot contained in a very simple contained into a small space and still have easy access? This is great because I was literally looking to do like individual tubes for each type of plastic. And it's like, that would have been hundreds of tubes. So this, alligator clipping them in order in groups has been fabulous. Easy access, easy to get to, works like a dream. Okay. Glue tips, brushes, tops. In fact, ooh, that's a possibility. I like Evergreen situation. Gee, I think I'll adopt it. Steal away, please. Like I said, this has been the best for accessing, and it's right there, all of it in hand's reach. It's and to the point of like what Dwayne was saying about easy access to the stuff that's the most needed. That all of this whole wall here is basically all styrene. You actually see it all the way down. I mean, it goes to the floor for the most part, all of it. And then this entire, it's about 13 inches, 14 inches of depth. All of that stuff gets used so often. Now, am I going to say that I've used everything like the Z channel kind? No, but a lot of it gets used on a regular basis. So Starbond, very smart company. Starbond CA glues, they include a second top. And given that this one's split and it's now filled with CA and everything like that, I think I'm just going to replace it. That stuff is really runny. Yeah, I'm just going to replace it. Get rid of that one. All right, here we go. A few things I should pull out of the garbage. I like your evergreen situation. Did this bring you joy? No, yep, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I think binder clips hanging from my pegboard. Great idea. Yeah. I did something similar for my evergreen masking stickers. I have the long hook thing you have in stores. Yeah. Hey, whatever works. I think sometimes, Sam, when she was on a while, I think it was Sam. It was either Sam or Tara. I think it was Sam. Said we sometimes think about things that like on shelves or, kind of like in our immediate area, kind of stacked up. And she said, don't forget you can hang stuff, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm looking up and it's like, once I get rid of these behind me right there, you got sort of this IKEA shelf here. And then over sitting on top of the oil tank, we've had these things for years. They were gifted to us. Our girls use them forever. They're these folding gym mats. Three of them. Yeah, three of them. The only time they ever get pulled out is like one of my kids now says, hey, can we have a sleepover upstairs so we in the living room and we can watch TV? And that's been done once in the last couple of years. So my wife smartly asked our neighbors across the street, next door to us, said, hey, because the kids are getting into gymnastics, they got a couple of young ones. It's like, would you guys like some mats? And they're like, we're just thinking about buying some. Great. The next time I see them, guys, I'll bring them over right now. In fact, once that's done, that gives me some ability to hang stuff there and make it accessible. Now, if we ever have to replace this oil tank, I'm fucked, but I'm planning a big reorg once the post-PACCON dust settles. You know what? And I'd love to see, we always talk about, and I think people like, hey, let me show you a picture of my bench. I'm less interested in photos of what people's benches look like. I'm more interested in talking with people about what's your methodology? What are you implementing to make things work? Years ago, on Instagram, Terry, bass guitarist for one of the traveling Blue Man Group guy. I mean, phenomenal musician, really sweet guy. He was in a phenomenal model, absolutely spectacular model. He started making and designing a poster board, like the foam board with the thick paper on either sides, stuff for benches. And I mean, his level of creativity was certainly better than mine. I've taken some of that and implemented it here, and I need to take it to the next level. But like all of my chisels, the blades, the tweezers, all of that stuff is kind of arrayed in there in these little slots. That really is great for flow. I love the way that flows. Workflow is huge. I'm more interested in not what does your bench look like, and what seeing all these jars of paints. It's like how do you have it arranged so that it makes it easy for you to use? That's what I'm always fascinated by. My shop is a disaster. I'd love to see your shop someday, Peter. I would. Someone put in the show a 1:2 scale model of the workbench, either displayed or enter into competition. That would be great. I love that kind of stuff. Table that thought, Tom, because I've been thinking about doing something like that. I've seen others do it, and it's such a great idea. Make a mess, work in a 6-inch square. Oh yeah, that's exactly what happens with me. 100%. No, the bench, it's the best methodology. No, I'm not. No, it's the worst, but I get that it's what we do. I need to get something like the D-Spade dust fan. Thinking. D-Spade dust fan. What's a D-Spade dust fan? Try not to drop my X11 on my foot. That would suck. A bunch of those little organizer drawers on the back of my bench. Aluminum screw to the wall on tiny shelves. Nice. Again, I love methodology. I'm down to the 6-inch square. Oh, we're going to 3-inch square right now. The mess that's on my table. Wow. Actually, I feel pretty good because I think I'm at probably, what am I at? 12 by 18. Generally, the my blue mat here, good size mat, is mostly free. Mostly, until it's not. I'll do the next Friday Zoom call from my shop. It will give me an excuse to shovel it out a bit. Nice. Having all my paint visible on the wall made life so much easier for finding colors. No more digging through boxes. Tom by a nail salon fan. Yeah. Thing on the desk that pulls in dust from sanding. Okay. Job is done. Job is one. Yeah. It's an extraction, like basically just an extraction for dust and whatever you're blowing. I'd like to get something like that for resin because I don't want to wear a respirator if I can avoid it. Consideration. Yep. On the back side of this, Ray, I've got all my paints in drawers, which has been huge. And it's basically, and the drawers are basically things like this, only a little bit wider. I agree. Accessibility to paint is great. The one thing I know is, like, for me in paint, I don't need to have the paints out because I do less with paint than probably some others. Hey, Edwin, good evening. But yeah, I think, Tom, you got a valid point there. I need to find an extraction system as well. Dust extraction, primarily something that'll help extract successfully resin dust. If we can do that, life will be fine. All right. So real quickly, let's get back to this. One of the things I've always liked about Plastic Magic always includes a couple of extra of these brushes. I'm actually going to put these in the brush drawer. No, I'm not, because there is no place. I was hoping I could put them right in the front here. Oh, fuck. The stuff you find. More paint stirrers. I think I've got like 8 of these things now. Crazy. So let's see if I can get these things snuck in here. That way I can kind of see them a little bit. Is it cheaper, Dwayne? Tom probably it doesn't get the hobby markup. Yeah. I bought a rolling cart for my paint last year. Love it. Makes life easier. Yeah. Again, this is what I love about it. Is there one right way of doing any of this stuff? And the answer is absolutely not. Right, Anthony? Your point is 100% valid. Methodology is based on your space and how you want to work, what works for you. It's like if you think about like a cubicle for everybody, everybody's cubicle looks a little different and it works around their flow. And some are good at filtering fumes too, because nail polish is stanky. Yeah, that's a good call. Certain amount of chaos that comes from the creative process. Embrace the madness. Yes, but try to limit it so it doesn't become the driving factor. I go for what is easiest for me, not what others think of myself. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck that. Yeah, Anthony, 100%. Oh, gee. That doesn't look really good. Fuck you. Who cares? It works for me. That's the same thing with me. It's like I've established this workflow here well enough that I'm happy with it. This works for me. The only thing I have to still do is I've got the foam board here. I need to cut in areas so I can drop in. Now that I know that this layout is what's working for me, I can drop in where each bottle goes so it now has a place to sit. Anyway, one of these days I'll get to that. I said a certain amount. Calm down, Grandpa. Don't piss me off, Ray. Don't piss me off. Get off my lawn. Can I just say, as I'm about to tune out, you guys are the best. I love hanging out with you guys. All right. Let's put all of these little itty bitty bits. Forgot all about this, that I had all of these little itty bitty bits. I do need a little place to put some of these cut pieces. That would be nice. A little itty bitty jar. Do I have an itty bitty jar? Itty bitty. Nope. But I do have. Oh, yes, I do. Right there. Perfect. Thank you. Don't piss the elder. Exactly. See, Edwin understands. All right, my friends, it is time for me to get going. Got to get ready to go to the orifice and have a grand old time. My friends, thank you so much for being on this morning. I had a great time. You guys have made this process more enjoyable than it needs to be, right? It deserves to be. Yeah, I'm going to the orifice. Let's get out of your horn and musket. Later, fellas. Have a good day. Ken, you too, brother. But guys, go out there and do good. Continue what you do here every morning, going out and making life better for people, not miserable. Which one? I'm not going to tell you. It's my orifice. Tom. Catch you tomorrow, George. See you all tomorrow. Hope everyone has a great day. Anthony, you too, brother. Thanks for being here this morning. Jump to conclusions. You jump to conclusions. Anyway, brighten the world. Do good. Show joy, peace, love for others, right? With that, I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. I will be on at 7 p.m. tonight doing the Angry George thing. Somewhat angry. And we'll go from there. So, guys, 7 p.m. tonight for the OSG Unleashed thing. 6 a.m. tomorrow back at the bench cleaning. Do good. Enjoy the day, guys. Love you all. And I'll see you on the flip. Peace.